Although fans may prefer to believe that teammates aren't always the best of friends, respect within a team is essential, and avoiding a teammate's spouse should be at the top of the list of things that should never be done. However, there are many athletes who do this, including NBA players who are accused of having an affair with their teammates' wives. O'Neal Shaquille in 2010, Shaquille O'Neal, who was well known for his charm on the court and his reputation as a serial cheater off it, was accused by his wife Shawnee of having an affair with Laura Jin, who was engaged to NBA player Gilbert Arenas and the mother of his teammates' children. This is one of the most notorious cases involving Shaquille. NBA players often have a brotherly bond and code of conduct that forbids interacting with other people's spouses, but in 2011, when Shaq's alleged affair with Laura was revealed, that unwritten rule was breached. After explicit emails between Shaq and Laura surfaced, the scandal surfaced. Laura and Gilbert had been together since 2002 and had lived together for more than 10 years. Laura strongly denied having an intimate relationship with Shaq because his feet were too enormous and unsettling and tried to brush off the emails as false, but her accusations didn't gain any momentum, especially since Shaq acted swiftly when the rumors started to make news. Aside from the effects this affair had on Shaq and Shawnee's relationship, Shawnee filed for divorce. There were terrible incidents in arenas too. "I'm at the free throw line, right, oh good ones, right, and all I heard was Jack fact that wasn't the bad part. The bad part was two kids behind the bench doing this, hey yo, I damn near it like it was what the _ was about." That was one instance where fans used the extremely upsetting news to divert him from scoring. Bo and Laura finally reconciled when I hit all back, but things took a turn for the worst in 2014 when the couple called off their engagement, ending their 12-year relationship and returning to Shaq. Throughout his career, Shaq was candid about his difficulties with faithfulness. He once considered this behavior in his memoir. His relationship history has been, to put it mildly, colorful, so the affair with Laura, although shocking, didn't come as a total surprise to fans who were aware of his reputation. In the book, Shaq told my story about his inability to resist temptation, which he attributed to the constant attention he received from women in his prime. The memoir also discusses his divorce from Shawnee, in which he acknowledged that although he did leave the marriage, he never did so disrespectfully. Meanwhile, Shaq's memoir, Undefeated, disclosed that she had a heart-to-heart with the basketball player about their breakup a few years later, during which he acknowledged that cheating for him is an ego boost. She claims that each relationship was a victory for him. He then moves on to the Indiana Pacers stars news. George Paul and Hibbert Roy Paul Jordan. In Game 1 of their Eastern Conference semi-final playoff series against the Washington Wizards in 2014, the Indiana Pacers suffered a surprising loss. After being a dominant force from the beginning of the season, the Pacers suddenly appeared to be in free fall. This defeat was later ascribed to two superstars on the team involved in an affair scandal. According to a report by a page called Baller Alert that year, a follower told them about an alleged affair between All-Star wingman Paul George and Shanae, the wife of Roy Hibbert. According to the report, Hibbert's performance suffered during that postseason, with many citing his struggles on the court as the worst period of his career. It was alleged that Paul and Hibbert's wife had been messaging each other on Instagram for a while before they ended up getting intimate. George was also caught having an affair with Hibbert's wife, causing a rift in the locker room. The fallout from the affair was particularly painful for Hibbert because Paul and Hibbert were reportedly close friends. However, the fallout from the affair didn't stop with the two players and their game against the Wizards. It was also alleged to have contributed to an altercation between two other Pacers, Lance Stephenson and Eva Turner, during the team's first-round series against the Atlanta Hawks in 2014. According to reports, Lance, who had been taking a lot of the blame for the team's problems, lost his temper and called out Roy Hibbert in front of the group. This infuriated Evan, who confronted Lance for bringing up such a delicate subject in front of the group. "We then got into a physical altercation, and I believe I slapped something again. When I turned around, he said, 'Don't do that anymore,' and we grabbed each other's throats, and I got like, duper scratch, not like little scratch, like duper scratch." Paul has apparently been involved in two other scandals months before to the event involving Hibbert's spouse, thus this is not the first time he has been linked to such a problem. According to one account, he impregnated a Miami stripper while he was seeing Callie Rivers, the daughter of NBA coach Doc Rivers. It's bad enough to sleep with a teammate's wife, but dating your coach's girlfriend is a whole other level of inappropriate behavior. But that's what happened in 2014 when Andrew Bam was allegedly caught having an affair with Christina Anderson, the fiancée of Jamal Mosley, his assistant coach at the time. The Cleveland Cavaliers then announced that Andrew had been suspended for actions that were detrimental to the team, preventing him from taking part in any team-related basketball activities. Fans and the media speculated because no official details were given, but after his suspension ended, the Cavs gave him paid leave, stating that they were frustrated with Bam's performance this season and that he was now exempt from basketball duty. Soon after, though, the cheating rumor began to circulate. The information was supplied by an unnamed source claiming to be a Cavalier player's wife and able to verify the specifics of Mosley's wife and Andrew's affair. The report implies that the two had been dating prior to being discovered. The wife of Jamal Mosley has not spoken out on issues that either confirm or deny her guilt. Although Andrew only played in 24 games for Cleveland, averaging 8.4 points per game and 5.3 rebounds per game, this incident left a much bigger impression. Naturally, the Cavaliers attempted to dispel the rumor by issuing a team statement that read, "Please be advised that the report on your website involving Cavaliers Center." It's hardly surprising that the Cavaliers would deny the existence of Andrew Bam. Cavaliers assistant coach Jamal Mosley and his fiancée. Even if it were real, would you want a story like that to get out if you were in charge of a team? Even the biggest celebrities, like Tony Parker, were not exempt from scandal. 2 weeks after he signed a $50 million contract extension in 2010, his wife, Eva Longoria, filed for divorce, claiming they couldn't work out their differences. The pair had just been married for 3 years and appeared to be a love made in paradise, so many were taken aback by the move, but that's not the whole tale. Reports appeared a few days after Eva Longoria filed for divorce, claiming that Tony Parker's alleged affair with his former San Antonio Spurs colleague Brent was the cause of her decision. In an interview with Extra's Mario Lopez,